Hello. Hello. Try and get that sorted. There, that's better. Hello. Hello, you lovely people who've joined me for another random live. Pauline's not late for a change. Well done, Pauline. Hi, Pauline, Frank, that vegan chick, and Harad's Life, us three vegans, LAGVG, and I can never say it properly. Vegmet Codbot. Vegmet Codbot. Hello to you, my dear friend. I've got a few things to talk to you about today, but as you know, I'm going to be doing these weekly throughout lockdown too, probably at this time, 3 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon. Did one last week randomly, enjoyed myself. Everyone seemed to have a nice chat. So I thought I'll do it again this week, because there's always stuff to talk about, isn't there? Hey, Tom. So yeah, it's I need to do this again, you know, and Jason needs to cut all the brown off for me. I backcombed it the other day into a mohawk and it was massive. It's like one of the biggest ones I've ever had in my life. But it doesn't look great when I've got the brown bits at the side. Anyway, that's by the by. First and foremost, 2 important warnings. For those of you that are not aware yet, Flora has decided to put actual buttermilk back into their Flora buttery, making it non-vegan. So Flora earlier this year or last year decided to make their whole product range vegan, and that was amazing, and they got a huge amount of vegan support for that, which is always good. I don't know whether they've had a talk or whether they did a taste test or whatever, but they announced that they were putting buttermilk back into their Flora buttery, but it's going to take a little while for the transition, so you might still find some vegan products on the shelves, but it will change from saying, I think, 100% plant powered to 100% natural ingredients, and it will no longer have the vegan logo on it when it's changed over. So you might still get some if you want some. Now, I've also made a blunder with Colgate. So I hears about this new toothpaste, and I'm always willing to try a new product, for a new vegan product from a company that isn't vegan. That's why I had a Greg's steak bake. That's why I still shop in Sainsbury's, because I buy vegan products. So, hi, it's Jordan. Hi, Ekaterina. Hi, Leanne. Oh, Leanne, thanks for bobbing along, darling. I didn't expect any of the mods to bob along today. Hi, Deneen. Hi, Chase. Hi, Frank. Hi, everybody. Hi, Paige Eats Plants. Hi, Lisa. Hi. So, I saw that Colgate were doing vegan toothpaste, a new vegan toothpaste, in 100% recyclable packaging. So I was like, right, I'm willing to give that a shot. So I seized this pack on Amazon, which is 3 tubes of the toothpaste and a toothbrush. So I just bought it. I was like, right, brilliant, because this toothpaste is vegan approved by the Vegan Society, actual vegan logo, and the entire packaging is 100% recyclable. Then comes the brush. And it wasn't until I was reading the leaflet in the box that I read, where is it? There it is. Soft floss tip bristles, bamboo handle, charcoal infused floss tip bristles, hand coated with natural beeswax to minimize absorption of water. Not vegan. 3 packets of vegan toothpaste and a seemingly vegan toothbrush, which turns out not to be vegan because they've used beeswax, actual beeswax. So that is my warning. Try the toothpaste by all means. It's on offer pretty much everywhere at the moment for around £2-3. However, it's going to be £5 when it's back to full price, £4.99, which I think is ridiculous because none of your other products, Colgate, have that kind of price tag. I was only willing to try it at this price because this kit worked out really cost effective. However, I've been made to buy something with beeswax now. So I'm not very best pleased about that. Let me make this a little bit bigger so I can see. There we go. Hi, Michael and Angela. I'm not a vegan. Hello there. And Essence of the Celts. Now, I'm glad Not Vegan come on because it has reminded me that I have currently 6 ads for the vegan products, vegan companies vlog that we put a call out there for. I won't link the vlog because I can't, this is a live, but I did mention it in a vlog. Basically, the idea was that any companies out there that are selling vegan products or vegan companies, particularly small scale, but don't have to be, if you do a 30-second ad, I said portrait whilst I did this with my fingers. I meant landscape, in landscape. Don't worry, Not Vegan. I'm going to sort yours out. It's perfect. Get me a 30-second video put together and I will do a vlog of look at these fine vegan companies and their fine vegan products, and their links are down there should you want to purchase any Christmas gifts or add anything to your shopping list at Morrison's. Or so if you have an ad to do, get it to me as soon as you can. Well, I know not to be. I was doing this with my fingers in the video, and then in the description of the video I say I mean landscape, please. I mean landscape. But I'm like that. Do it in portrait. Do it in landscape. But you know, you've done yourselves a favour there, Naughty Vegans, because it'll be in the middle of the screen. Gives me a chance to put your products at each side. You knew. You knew. That's what it was. So yeah, after we've had our chat, and don't forget, you don't have to chat to me. Please chat amongst yourselves. That was one of the ideas about this live afternoon chat, was just for anyone that's, you know, on the Todkins can come and have a chat. Vegan fam and all that. So yes, you don't have to talk to me. But when you finish this vlog, thanks, Deneen. It's new merch from our Teespring range. Our original merch is still at Vegan Original, but this is our Teespring range designed by me. So please do have a look in the description of all the videos now at the Teespring range, because it has lots of diverse products and maybe more to come. But I'm liking the quality, actually. It's lovely. Wow, wee war. Nice top. Cheers, Hench. Hench, is that really you? I do get worried sometimes because people come on with you know, spoof accounts It's not really. Oh, hench. I'm going to have to... Leanne's keeping an eye on you. I mean, it looks like you, hench. And if it is, hello to you and hello to the beautiful Gemma, who is looking more and more beautiful all the time. Watched her Instagram stories before. So, yeah. If you get the chance after this chat, do have a look at my little vlog about the... it's true, Gemma. Do have a look at my Christmas truce vlog. Hey, hench. You're selling a whole food plant-based cookbook. Do a 30-second ad for my video. Oh, that's not the real Gemma. I don't know who's real on this here chat. But hench, either you or Gemma do an ad for your book. 30 seconds. Landscape. And send it to me on Insta. I can download it from there, fine, as I've discovered. And it'd be nice to do a nice video of ads from vegan sellers selling their vegan wares, because we're all in lockdown in England at the moment. It would be nice to have some Christmas gift ideas and just, you know, a nice word from product sellers. Everyone that sent one in so far, Sugar Noms, Naughty Vegan, Fab Fudge, HH Art Design, the lovely Helen, and Eco Threads, the lovely Jacob. They've all done really, really good ads. So, yeah, and I just thought it'd be a nice way to, you know, do it's not a sponsored vlog. Nobody's paying me for it. It's just a way to get to say, hey, users, here's some handy vegan products and things and books and tops and pies and things you can order right from the horse's mouths, rather than me saying it, you know. Nice idea. Isn't it a gorgeous story, The Christmas Truce, Deneen? It really is. The film is a little more technical and fact-based than I would have liked, the Joyous Noel production. But it's multi-language and it's very good, and it does tell the story well. I don't think it quite captures the emotion of it. You get that better when you watch a documentary about it and actually talk to some of the men who were there and experienced it. And I won't go too much on about it in this, because that's why I've made a blog about it. But it was a beautiful moment in history that needs to be remembered and articulated again. Gemma, which is not apparently the real Gemma, according to Hench, who I don't even know if that's the real Hench. But Gemma, no idea what we're having for dinner tonight. Last night we had our classic sausage and mash, which will be on a future vlog, because I've been documenting all our evening meals just to give people ideas of very simple store-bought things you can throw together, make a really good nutritious meal. However, on the 11th of November, is it not the 11th, is it? What date is it? No, because today's the 12th. On Monday, the 16th of November, this coming Monday, Jason and I will be embarking upon 7 days of whole food plant-based. Mainly. Not every, thing that we eat. Because when I did do it, for we did it for 5 days, and on day 4 I felt amazing. And then, more lockdowns and infection rate goes up, and you can't go out and you can't go for a walk, and I just start eating comfort food again. But I'm looking forward to doing like a full week and documenting it every day, and doing some exercise every day and documenting that too, or at least recording what we've done each day, and then realistically evaluating how we feel at the end of those 7 days. Because what I don't want to do is hit Christmas as overweight and out of shape as I am now. I know people always think, I'm massively overweight. No, but I'm carrying a lot of weight on my torso. I've been here twice before. I've been much worse than this. And I've tackled it each time, and I'm planning to do it again for sure. It's just being in the right frame of mind and staying focused, and I'm fully aware of that. And what's going to help me with that is vlogging it. But I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it for anybody else. I'm doing it for me. I'm choosing to vlog it, not because I feel like I should, because I want to. I have to say that to myself, otherwise it becomes a burden, it becomes a responsibility, and it has to be for me, otherwise it won't work. Do you get me? And it's still going to mean, of course, what we want to do, the ultimate aim is to get to the point where perhaps 5 days a week we're eating really good home-cooked, whole food, plant-based meals at home. And the other 2 days we're having our favourite store-bought items. But again, like we normally would, because even when we do have what we would consider to be a treat item, a pastry or a pizza or whatever, by and large, we will have it with a huge mixed salad or a load of vegetables. So we do actually do quite well. But we can do better. I know we can do better. And I know that by doing better, we will feel better. I know that by feeling better, I will do even better. It's just a case of doing it and starting it. Stacey, I might do that myself, actually, darling. Stacey's just saying she's done a meal plan for next week. I could probably do with doing that myself, to be honest. Frank, I have tried making meringue with aquafaba. I think I've vlogged it. It's a good while ago. So I'm not a lover of meringue, though. Not really. And the first time I did it, it turned into ectoplasm in the oven because I used the wrong sugar. I used icing sugar instead of castor. Oh my God, it expanded like you wouldn't believe in the oven. It was horrible. I'd throw it outside. But the second time I did it, it worked. Yes, Stacey, I think a meal plan would be a good idea for us, actually, to get our week focused. So watch this space, because I might have that ready for Sunday to be able to kind of outline what we're going to be having for evening meals that coming week. Because that's going to be the main thing we're documenting, is the evening meals, although I'm going to plumb that week for porridge. I've made a little mix out of cocoa powder and coconut sugar with which to make drinking chocolate. However, a couple of days ago I had a bowl of porridge made with cocoa milk, and I put cocoa powder and coconut sugar in it, and it was gorgeous. So I might end up having that in the mornings with my blueberries and watermelon. We've transitioned away from strawberries now because of the season. We're now on watermelon and blueberries is the fruit we're having in the morning, usually with a crumpet or a bagel, which I will miss terribly because I do like my hot buttered thing in the morning. I really do. But I'm going to, I think I'm going to be having porridge and fruit. I'm going to still be eating bread and pasta, and two of the things that I'm definitely classing as whole food plant-based are tempeh and tofu. So they will probably play heavy that week. I mean, for example, we had, I don't know if you saw it on our recent vlog, we had the tempeh spare ribs from Sainsbury's a few nights ago with lovely rice and pan-fried spring greens mix. It's gorgeous. But the tempeh spare ribs were basically slices of tempeh. Of course, I don't even know why I thought there would be any, slices of tempeh in a barbecue style sauce. Well, I can do that myself. And when you can get tempeh in a block like we can get from the Chinese supermarket Wingate for like £2. In fact, that might be, guys, the next time we do a Sunday live in the kitchen, it might be tempeh focused. We could do tempeh bacon, tempeh spare ribs. I'm sure I'll find other things I can do with it. We were all right with the ribs, Angie. We kind of like, I mean, we like tempeh, but the sauce could have had a lot more flavour in it, which is why I say it's, I could do it myself. Easily, I could do it myself, that sauce. But me and Jason like a lot of kick anyway. We like a lot of chilli, very hot. So I think, obviously I would make it hotter, much, much hotter. So if you're just joining us, you have missed my big mistake in buying this kit from Amazon because of 3 tubes of vegan toothpaste and unfortunately a toothbrush covered with beeswax. It gives you the idea that it's a fully vegan kit, especially Vegan Society approved. Paul, have you thought about adding a tea towel to your merchandise range? Should I? Do you think? There's all sorts in there. I don't know if they do tea towels. They do all sorts. Shower curtains, leggings. I think they do a tea cozy. I'll have a look. I'll certainly have a look. But I'm not sure it's there, to be honest with you. I'm not really sure it's there. But I'll have a look for sure. Truly, one of our faces on each cheek if you get the leggings. They don't do aprons. I've already looked. I know. Teespring don't do aprons. So there's not much I can do there, really. And we already asked Vegan Original if they did aprons, and they don't. Vegan Originals, who our original merch is with, obviously. But yeah, can't find an apron. We might just have to get aprons printed for ourselves. Not something we could necessarily merch. Although the merch does help us incredibly muchly. So if you fancy giving us a bit of support, you can get this now with faces or without faces. Just like that. On all kinds of products. So please do have a look. And as I said in my vlog earlier about Joyous Noel, it's definitely a film worth watching if you get a chance. Oh dear. DJ Paul, hello Paul, hope you're well. I'm listening to you in half a headphone as our dog just bit the wire in half. Dogs, little buggers, aren't they? Chobbly, chobbly. Chew, chew, chew. Right, so I know, don't worry, I will check. I will check whether a tea towel is possible. And you never know, that might be quite a nice thing to do. Hopefully, I'm going to get Jason to cut my hair this weekend because this is driving me crazy. And I've got my appointment at the dentist on Monday. I very much doubt she's going to be able to do a bridge because I lost the teeth on either side of this one now. That's not going to carry the weight of 2 teeth. So I think it's going to be a partial denture, which means another partial denture to get used to. I've already got one on the bottom. Bloody bruxism. I shouldn't be stressed. This is what you get when you're an empath and the world's hard to cope with and look at and listen to. And you're just like, oh, there's too much going on. Too many folk at each other. We were watching the news last night, Jason and I. I don't know if anyone noticed last night, but YouTube went down. We were halfway through a YouTube video and all, we were dead annoyed. YouTube went down for a bit. And so we just put the digital TV on. I think we ended up watching Sky. There's not that many news channels on Freeview. There's like RT, Al Jazeera English, Sky, BBC. There used to be Euro News. I'm not sure if it's still on there. Anyway, we were watching one of them. I think it was the BBC. And it was all this like, Trump is continuing with the fraud allegations despite there being absolutely no evidence, and some states to kind of placate him are now doing a recount by hand, and so it's going to be the end of November before we actually know. I think it's only Georgia that's doing a hand recount because the difference is 14,000 ballots. Then it went on to Hong Kong and a load of lawyers resigning because 4 had been made an example of because they weren't patriotic enough. And then it was a conflict in Africa, and we were just like, do we ever learn anything at all? Global pandemic that everybody's finding it difficult enough to cope with as it is. And all of this infighting everywhere, which is why I came back to thinking about the Christmas truce and said to Jason last night, I need to do a vlog and I can't leave it until Christmas Eve. I usually do a post on Facebook on Christmas Eve about the Christmas truce. But I just said to Jason, I need to do a vlog. It's one of the most powerful human moments in history. I need to talk about it. So I did, and it was great. Oh, your rescue cat was stolen. That's so sorry, Vegan Atlantic Way Island. Lisa, thank you for joining us, darling. Charlotte, it's all right. Breathe. Take a breath. You've got the kids. You've got it all sorted. I mean, yeah, should I make this 3:30 in future to take the school run into consideration? Should I say 3:30, do you think, for our little afternoon live chat? It might be quite nice, that. We can certainly see, can't we? No doubt we'll mention in our live on Saturday night. Don't forget 8:30 Indian mukbang, vegan Indian mukbang. Very much looking forward to it. I'm foolishly going to use that day to attempt to make my own curry sauce for the first time. As far as I can fathom it, NutriBullet, tomato, garlic, ginger, chili, onion, blitz sauce. I love Indian food and all, and that leads to Marcel posted a recipe in that vegan group on Facebook. And if you're not a member, come along to that vegan group, Vegan Food and Friendships on Facebook. Lisa put a recipe in there for onion bhaji, so I might try them. I might try. Oh, I meant blitz it first. That's why I said the NutriBullet, Leanne. Blitz it, then cook it was what I was going to do. Or should I cook it first, then blitz it? I don't know. I always worry about blitzing hot things in the NutriBullet because it's a vacuum, isn't it? I don't want it to blow up. Yes, I'm looking forward to making those naans. Honestly, I'm so in love with those naans. I can't believe how easy they are. Cocoa yogurt, whatever flavourings you want. I've been putting chili, salt, coriander into the yogurt. Flour, make a dough, roll it out, dry fry it on a medium heat. I did it on a high heat and got some black edges, which I don't normally mind with a naan bread, but visually it doesn't look fantastic. Right, so Leanne, you cook it all up and then blitz it. I might try it that way. I love a curry, but I have to stop buying the jars now. I've got none of them out here, but they will be all on here. Shelf here soon. I was buying them because for a storage jar, you're talking anywhere between £1 and £2, you know, for a decent storage jar. Big jars like this of gorgeous curry sauce from Sainsbury's, marked vegan, 80p, reusable jar. But now I'm at the point where I'm like, right, you need to stop buying them and start making your own. And that's what I plan to do. Onion, garlic, ginger and tomato, dry fry, cumin. Oh yeah, all my dried stuff as well. Cumin, coriander, garam masala, probably chili powder. That'll all go in. Yeah, I'm very excited about trying to make my own. So it'll be fine because I'm a taste as I go kind of gal. So I'll taste as I go, and when it needs something else, I'll add something else. So I'll be making, I'm hoping to make Bombay potato, rice obviously, although making that with boiling it in a stock cube. I've got some This Isn't Chicken put aside for the curry. I'm going to make an unnamed TVG curry sauce. I'm going to make the naan breads. I'm going to make a little bit of mint yogurt sauce because although that's something we would normally have with kebabs, I also quite like the idea of having a blob with a curry as well. Curry powder, yeah, I've got curry powder over there. But Ali, when you say you had a sauce, do you mean a ready-made sauce? Tom, I haven't got a recipe for lentil dal, although I think Bev might have put one in that vegan group. But if you've got one as well, whack it in there and add post topic lentil dal, because I'll make one if I've got an easy enough recipe to follow. Coconut milk or tomatoes, fabulous, Ali. I get you. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Tom and Victoria. And which lentils do you make them with as well? Because that's I've got green, brown, and red in right now. Oh, and I've also got them French ones, the there, or whatever they're called. Oh, the base took about 3 hours for Charlotte. Well, I'm hoping it's not going to be quick, that long for me. I really fancy I could probably sit down with a naan bread and a lentil dal and be very happy indeed. Oh, and of course, very important when you're having Indian food, for me anyway, because it reflects my experiences, my first experiences of Indian cuisine. When I first started going to Indian restaurants when I was younger, and that was a little crisp salad, iceberg lettuce, raw onion, wedges of tomato, lemon juice, and salt. I always loved that. I always loved that. I still do that now. Cool. No, that's well. Red lentils you don't have to pre-soak, do you? And they're quick cook. So that'd be an awesome recipe. Yeah, Tom and Victoria, if you don't mind sharing that, that would be awesome. And I might just make it for this Saturday's mukbang, which of course we're very excited about. We love having a mukbang with you guys, and then the following chat afterwards. There are 80 people, 79 people watching, and only 42 likes. If you're enjoying being a part of the chat, would you mind giving the video a thumbs up? It tells YouTube that this is something interesting that other people might be wanting to watch, and makes it more prone to get shared. Thank you. I see the lights going up there. Thank you so much. You're all good people, really good people. Tim, I think you need it sometimes, don't you? I think you need, and well done for already doing a week, Tim. But I do think sometimes you need that treat day when you're, I mean, obviously we can't do the same regime as we've done twice before, because the last time that Jason and I both, I mean, Jay's slim and looks great anyway, but he's not healthy either. We eat the same things. He's slightly more active than me because of work. But when we last did this and we both got really, really fit, we were going to the gym minimum 3 nights a week for around 45 minutes to an hour. And when we went to the gym, has he just turned up? Hello, Jason, love. When we went to the gym, it was sweating from getting into leaving. It was build up a sweat and keep that sweat going until we leave. So, Jason was a lot of kind of weights and resistance stuff, and I was cardio, then weights and resistance stuff. And we don't have the capacity to do that at the moment. So a lot of this is going to be done through food and through exercise that we can do at home, which hopefully will be more of a kind of inspiration to people, because we're not going to be doing anything that people can't do. It's all going to be reasonably yes, definitely, Stacey. Just gentle exercise next week. The exercise bike is back out. Plan to do that every day. Jordan, isn't it a really good recipe, that tuna recipe? It just proves some of the things that you can make delicious are so simple. So simple. It is a gorgeous thing to eat. Still haven't tried it on a baked potato. What I want to do next time I do a batch of chickpeas, which won't be on camera obviously because I've already done that. I'm going to do them again. I'm going to do the tuna style and the hummus. And then within the next couple of days, Jason, pay attention because you'll be doing them. I want a couple of baked potatoes, one with the tuna on and one with the hummus on, and a little bit of side salad. And you've got to make them Jason Bromley music. Yeah, Jason, pay attention. You've got to make some baked potatoes so that we can have hummus and tuna on them. And they'll be absolutely gorgeous. And I'm very excited about that. Very excited. Keep thinking I hear Isis outside. She's not outside. She's in somewhere. Isis! Sometimes that works. Sometimes. So yeah, it's looking like on Saturday we'll be having some kind of form of chicken and veg curry, maybe a dal, maybe a Bombay potato, bit of rice, some naan bread, bit of mint yogurt sauce, and a little bit of side salad. And I'm going to really, really enjoy it as well. And then on Sunday we'll be having something delectable. Because Monday morning the work begins. And no doubt it will be delicious and very fulfilling work. But you know, I'm no better than any other junk food vegan who has kind of got a bit addicted to the junk food, and sometimes doesn't feel like, oh, I really, you know, it's not complete because I haven't got a pie or sausages or da. And yet when I've eaten whole food plant-based meals, I feel great after them. I'm very satisfied. It's just a case of remembering that. You know, and seeing how this week goes when it comes off. Oh, nice one, the vegan vlogger. I love to do things like that, like the plat, because you know I feel a sense of achievement when I've done it, and because it's accessible and it's easy to follow, and anyone can do it. To be able to pull something like that out of your oven and think, I made that. I made that. I think it's a lovely thing, and that's why I love to share stuff like that, because they're accessible. You know what I mean? And anyone can do them. I mean, anyone can do anything, really. Yes, Rosalind, with that's what I've said to Jason about that's going to be a part of the test, I suppose. For I bet they don't take long, do they, in the air fryer? You still have to pick them all over with a fork. Does the skin go nice and crispy without rubbing oil in? Because usually, Jason's got a video, actually. You should check out our recipes playlist. Jason's Baked Taters. A whole vlog dedicated to Jason's Baked Taters. Charlotte, don't beat yourself up, sweetheart. It's been a shit year for everybody. I would be way healthier if this year hadn't happened the way it has. For example, the vegan queens would have been working throughout the entire year. And I swear to God, the calories we burn when we're doing a show. You know, when you're all corseted up and you're singing and you're dancing, you're under spotlights. You know, it keeps you really, really trim. And I am, unfortunately, a comfort eater. When I'm stressed out or upset or worried about the world or whatever, I comfort eat. It makes me feel better. But there comes a point when you have to say to yourself, all right, okay, listen here, little fatty. This is me talking to me. You're going to let this continue, are you? Because you've nearly got full boobs, man. What you could do is eat a little healthier, do a little exercise, and treat yourself a couple of days a week. Have a blowout in those couple of days, but get back on it for the other 5. Sincerely, your gut. And that's what I intend to do. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it, Angie? It's emotional eating. But I think this year everyone's got a real excuse for it. Do you know what I mean? It's not to let it get out of hand for any of us. We need to acknowledge when it's got out of hand, and we need to, you know, look after ourselves. But we're, you know, this year's been a shit year. It's been a shit year all round, and all we've been able to do is shop and eat, by and large. And I know a lot of people are working, and Sherry, bless you. This might sound stupid, but is gravy acceptable for next week's whole foods plan? I would say so. I don't think sauces and gravies. I mean, if you're pouring them on whole food plant-based meals, then you know it's more of a flavour enhancer, isn't it? Really, you know, really. I think we'll be having gravy. Right, that vegan chick. My gut is like, I don't know, New York? No, it's not New York, is it? I don't know what it is. Somewhere out in the Midwest, I suppose. There you go. You see, Angela's not dog walking as much. We're not going to the club, dancing round us bags in a circle, are we? You know, I'm not doing. We're not doing our drag shows. We've been out for a couple of walks and a couple of bike rides, and kind of, you know, try to keep safe. But it's difficult to find places where there's not a lot of people, especially when they're in lockdown too. And I'm just not big on walking around huge groups of people at the moment, you know. So even the walks have been quite few and far between. However, do 5 minutes on the exercise bike, get myself really out of breath, get my heart pounding, get a little bit of a sweat on, come off it and think, you did something there. Well done. Well done. It was only 5 minutes, but well done. You did something. And I think it's important to mark those little moments, even if you've got a set of stairs in your house and you walk up and down them 10 times. And then you can feel really achieved because you've done something. You've increased your heart rate, you've engaged your cardiovascular system. You know, you've got your lungs taking in deeper breaths of oxygen and holding them for a couple of seconds and then letting them out if you're controlling your breathing while you're exercising. It's just, you know, all these little things do add up. So one thing I was taught as an NHS qualified health trainer to pass on to other people that I often forget to pass on to myself. Every little helps. And it does. Hi, Tamcon, darling. Oh, I've missed something. What have I missed? Oh, I'm so sorry, Jill. Fingers crossed you're not one of them, but it's happening all over, isn't it? Redundancies and companies closing down. It's sad. Oh, Angela's cat started watching me. Hello, Bud. Hello. Don't tell me that. I'll talk to your cats. It makes me weird. Tamcon. I've been so stressed this year that I've lost my appetite for weeks on end. What a discovery to make after decades of being an emotional eater. We are always changing and evolving as people. Do you know, I wish it would do that to me because I've been terribly stressed, and I think Ekaterina, you've got to shield for a second time, have you? I'm sorry, my love. Vegan for life, you don't necessarily have to wear a mask while you're jogging because you're not even, just take a wide berth around people and you're not near them long enough. Do you know what I mean? It's just, and you're past them. So you don't necessarily have to. Masks really are only when we're on buses, in supermarkets, in a queue, in a crowd of people. Oh, there you go. Leanne's jumping in as well there. Absolutely, you don't need to wear one. when you're jogging? All right. Alice is isolating too. Yeah, the emotional eating thing. I think it's because Jason's back in work now 4 days a week, which honestly seems ludicrous to me. He was doing 2 at work, 2 at home for weeks, and then as soon as we went back into full lockdown in England, he was back in work full time. And because he's at work, and I do worry, I try not to, but I do. When he gets home and goes through this, you know, because he goes through a process, cotton masks that have been used during the day in the tumble dryer for a good 10 minutes, so it gets really, really hot, over 60 degrees. Washes everything down, any shopping, washes that down with a wipe, washes his hands, gets his scrags on, maybe has an hour on his game. I just want to relax together. Do you know what I mean? I just want to have a nice meal together. And, you know, but I suppose pretend it's not happening for a little while. And there's both therapy and danger in doing that. And I'm fully aware of that. I am fully aware of that. It's not like I am, you know, managing to convince myself it's not happening. But it's nice to pretend for a little bit, even if it's just for an hour. And food is a big part of that for Jason and I. We love our food. We love to sit down at the table in the lounge and eat our meal and watch something and chat and, you know, and to be able to say at the end, I really enjoyed that. I feel good now. I feel good and warm and full, you know. Yeah, me too, Jordan. I'm quite eager for. I don't know why people are so scared of vaccines. I mean, if we didn't have vaccines, polio and measles and tuberculosis would still be killing people in their millions now every year. So, you know, if it turns out that this vaccine has high efficacy, and I mean, it's been touted at 90% right now. Will I take it? Absolutely, of course I will. I am so desperate to get my life back. I'm so desperate to visit Kay and the girls in Yelvertoft and spend a weekend. I'm so eager for Stuart to come back down one night, a fortnight, in which we have a laugh and we have a lovely dinner, and then the next day we film the Vegan Queens. I'm so eager to get the Vegan Queens out there working again. You know, because that's been one of the toughest things of the last few years, and there's been a lot of tough shit. If you know me and you know the channel, there's been a lot of tough stuff for the last few years since 2016 in our lives. A lot of loss and horror, but that build up that we did with the Vegan Queens, that hard work that we put in for like 3 years, 2 years, and then the booking started coming in and we started getting a good, and then to see all that gone, that's been heartbreaking. It took me a long time to convince Jen and I to come on out again. I'm missing things. I know, Big Money V, I do keep a very, very close eye on American politics, with America meant to be the beacon of the West. It's important to keep a close eye on what's going on there. And I've been very scared for you guys over the last couple of weeks, and I just hope that all this can be proven, and that there turns out to be no election fraud, and that it's a fair win, and that people in your country start to get along and work together, because it's, you know, for you there, it's about America and beyond. It's about the globe, isn't it? It's for us all, really. That should be our focus, our intention for a good globe, all of us. And I hope that things get sorted out. And here's a turn up for the books. I hope that Trump leaves peacefully and professionally, and that he allows himself, despite his ego, to learn that popularism isn't really any guarantee of anything, and that he is more than the caricature he made of himself for the last 4 years to fit in with a political mindset that at one time I would have said was not actually at the core of him. It was a long-winded way of, I don't wish him any ill will. I hope that he's accountable for the things he's done and said, but I wouldn't wish him any physical harm. I hope he learns. I know it's high hoping, Sherry, but one can but try in the world. And I think just sometimes you've just got to belief is half of being, isn't it? And if we collectively believe in a better world with people that take account for their actions and own their past actions and apologise for them where needed and learn from them and prove that they've learned from them, those are all good things. And you know, it's there's more connects us than separates us. Cake out at our favourite vegan cafe. Nice time and seeing your life. Where have you been, Golden Boy 380? Hi, by the way. Where have you been? Where have you been? Where's your favourite cafe? Sherry, I've read that. I've read that Trump BC Broadcasting Company or whatever is in the pipeline. And I read an article yesterday, and I'm not kind of, it was an opinion-based piece, but it was kind of alluding to the fact that, with that in mind, with the fact that in mind that Trump is planning on starting this subscription-based media company, that all of this right now is pre-production. So he can go into that as the president the election was stolen from, rather than the one-term president that lost. Kamala is wonderful. And I know for Kamala and Joe, I know that they have things in their history that would have people question them now. And I just say, let's say all the key points for me already, getting back into the Paris Climate Agreement, taking climate change seriously. Kamala already talking about how meat is damaging the planet. I like where they're going. I understand that there have to be corporate Democrats right now to be acceptable to the people who've been told that socialism is something you should be terribly afraid of because the next step is communism. I did a video on socialism the other day if you didn't see it, because I find it really fascinating that you see people in America with banners saying socialism sucks, and I've seen reporters say to them, what is it about socialism that scared, that that you hate so much? Why are you so against it? And they don't have an answer because they don't know what socialism is fully. They've been taught that socialism is a bad thing like communism, and yet they're still taking the stimulus checks and calling the law, which is socialist, when they need it, and relying on the army to protect their shores. The army is socialist. So yeah, it was an interesting vlog that I'd thought about for a while, because socialism is not a scary word, especially democratic socialism. Let me quantify, because I know that people think, when I say socialism, I mean democratic socialism, the classic sense of democratic socialism. And we're very lucky in this country, in the UK, because like you, we have our education. Our education is free up to, from early years to 15, 16, secondary school. All is free. That's free. We have the police, that's socialist. We have the armed forces, that's socialist. And we have the NHS, the National Health Service, which is socialist. But it means that I don't have to sit here with a heart murmur, not being able to afford to get it checked out. So socialism is not a scary thing. It's been made to sound like a scary thing by rich people who don't like the thought of their now higher tax dollars going towards things that benefit everybody, which is terrifying. It's like, don't judge the word socialism, judge the person who's telling you socialism is bad. Why would they be saying that? Definition is a big thing. I mentioned that in the vlog I did yesterday as well about socialism, which is why it's important. When somebody says socialism sucks, define why. Define socialism, then tell me why it sucks. Anti-Semitism in the Labour Party, define it. Tell me who said it, what they said, when and where. Don't just tell me there is rampant anti-Semitism in the Labour Party and then suspend what should have been the leader of this country from that party. Define it. What was said? Who said it? If they did say it, is it actually anti-Semitism? Because criticising Israel is not anti-Semitism. So yeah, funny world, and these last few vlogs, have been far more political than I would have necessarily hoped. And I don't mean to be, but life is politics. All of life is politics. Do I think it should be? No. Absolutely not. I think that the political systems, particularly in the West, let the East sort themselves out. We need to focus on us. The political systems in the West, the two-party system, the college system in America, The Parliament, the way that it works and the way that they interact with each other, it's also ancient and stuck in tradition. This is the way it's meant to be. And so we don't move on, we don't evolve. And I think that our political systems need radical change, but that means radical people. And it has to start somewhere. So let's start with the Democrats. Let's lead into the progressives. Then let's lead into the radicals, the people who will radically change the fuels we use and the laws controlling the fuels we use and the emissions that they give, and will take an actual real harsh look at animal agriculture and acknowledge its contribution to global warming and climate change. But it has to start somewhere, which is why I never agree with people who don't vote. I'm like, you must do your bit. You must. It's Jordan. In a nutshell, Israel wrote its own definitions of anti-Semitism and rolled them out to the countries of the world and said, please accept these points as the definition of anti-Semitism. And a part of them was the criticism of Israel. So Corbyn said at one point, we'll accept most of this, but we will allow a criticism of Israel. That was anti-Semitic, allegedly. Just that he didn't say, yes, we accept it all. We fully take on board this. So yeah, it's very, it's messed up. It's messed up. It's messed up, and it's a real shame. It's a real shame for Jeremy Corbyn. It's a real shame for the Labour Party, which seems to be becoming very much more right-leaning again, like almost right of centre. Kind of like Tony Blair, like New Labour, which I was never particularly keen on. And I think it's a shame, but it's. I said to Jason last night, funnily enough, I said, I wonder if the Green Party has a local representative and whether I should consider becoming a part of the Green Party. And he said, there's no point, no one will pay attention. Which is led to the points I was making then. You start with Democrat, you lead into progressives, because you go fully green to somebody and say we shouldn't be using fossil fuels and animal agriculture is absolutely wrong and should be limited, or meat should be highly taxed, as should dairy produce. They both lead to a huge increase in greenhouse gases. And we should be focusing on future people. Hi Molly, we're talking about bloody all sorts at the moment. Right now we're talking about a bit about politics. We should be focusing on the young people. It's about planting trees we know we will never sit under. I don't mind. I wanna. That's the crux of the matter, you know, to be able to do that. So yes, Molly, welcome and thank you for joining us. All topics are open. It's not necessarily a political chat. It's just a live chat. Very randomly, because we're in lockdown in England. And last week was our first week of lockdown. I just thought a little random live chat on on a Thursday afternoon, just, you know, exactly this, people chat in the chat there. I'm going to knock myself another quick brew up. Are you all right chatting amongst yourselves for a minute? I'll just have another quick brew. I'm quite desperate for one now. Yeah. Oh, that sounds gorgeous, JJ Star. Oh, Molly asks, has anyone had the new brownie halo top ice cream yet? Is it vegan? They're like 360 calories for the full tub, aren't they, those halo top ice creams? Yeah, we do talk about a lot on this channel. We talk about bloody all sorts. Yeah, quinoa and peas. That was the bit that got me. Avocado on toast and quinoa and peas. That sounds so nice. Me and Jay were talking last night about... oh, Tom, nice one. Right, so Tom has posted the recipe for the dal in that vegan group. Have you put it in that vegan group, Tom? And have you marked the post as a recipe? Don't worry if you haven't, I will. Oh, so it might actually be a full... Mind you, Halo Top do some vegan ones. And it is a good... I mean, it's anything that's lower calorie, lower fat, it's going to be a good thing, isn't it? For anybody. Right, I'm just over here pouring my coffee. I've already put my sweetener in. Coffee in. And we got nothing to be guilty of. Our love and Calamity Mountain, near or far, we are. Let's give you something interesting to look at. With a circle in the sky, we got devotion. And we got nothing to be sorry for. Our love is 1 in a million. I can see that we... I just thought I might do a noodle dish tonight, actually, because I've got some tofu. I've brought out a new teriyaki tofu. Hi, Helen. I was talking about you before about your ad for the video for the vegan businesses, which is great. Is your Helen? Is your is it your Facebook page that I should link to in that video? HH Heart Design on Facebook, or is there another page now that I've missed completely? Please let me know. I'll be very grateful. I really like these chats. No one I know here wants to dive deep and get to the root of prevention. I'm a foster parent who worries sometimes about the next generation being so me focused and wonder if they think about the world. I think there's a lot. I like to think that there's a lot of young people out there. Look at Greta for a start. I like to think that there's a lot of people out there who are far more switched on than we give them credit for, and they are very aware that change needs to happen. Right. Oh, Will Young, he's brilliant. He's where I got my idea for making tofu from, as recommended by Bulby. Are you guys going to be doing Christmas content this year, such as the live you guys did, and maybe even Christmas cook with my videos. Molly, we are live on Christmas Day at 3 o'clock. It's already been announced many times. So yes, we're live on Christmas Day. We shall be eating our Christmas dinner live on here. And yeah, definitely will be doing some. I'm going to update all of my Christmas videos rather than just linking to old ones. I like to do new versions. So I shall be making Baileys again. If you've never made your own Baileys, I know M&S do the chocolate and coconut liqueur. I know. I'm talking about making Baileys that tastes exactly like Baileys. And it's gorgeous. Oh, it's so good. I've already done a festive plat, Molly. A meat feast festive plat. And yeah, we will definitely be doing some... all of our lives, Molly, end up as videos on the channel. Every single one of them. In fact, I only ever took off one live video, and that was because somebody complained. And I took it down. But I don't ever normally do that. In fact, I vowed at that time when I did that I would never do it again. Oh, thank you, Angela. Deneen, the homemade Baileys is outstanding. It's basically 2 tins of coconut milk. I usually use 1 light, 1 full fat. Jameson's whiskey, coffee, sucre, sugar, and a pinch of salt. I'm sure it's a very easy recipe. You can always check on the channel for the old recipe, which I'm sure I missed coffee out of, the first time I did it. So that'd be another good reason for doing it again. But, oh, it was gorgeous Baileys. And of course, because you're in control of how much Jameson's you put in there. Jameson's whiskey is vegan, by the way, and it's gorgeous. You make it as strong as you like. Well, you can imagine what I did, can't you, Deneen? I was very bad. Very bad. Molly, yes, there is. If you go to our channel, use the search bar. You can do this for anything. If you need a tofu recipe, type tofu. You need tempeh, type tempeh. Something with pineapple, type pineapple. You need noodles, type noodles. You need Baileys, type Baileys, and it'll come up. But I am going to be remaking it because I'm going to batch it up. And I've already got my bottles here ready. I'll show you. Oh. Ready for Baileys, man. See what I mean, by the way, about my belly and my boobs. Look at my boobs. Look at that. They shouldn't do that. They should not do that. Hence Monday, darlings. Oh, it's going to be fun. Yeah, honestly, can the whiskey be optional for those that don't drink? Absolutely. You'll still, well, you won't get the flavour of Baileys though. You'll just kind of get a kind of coffee cream, non-alcoholic liqueur thing, You can you buy whiskey flavouring that's non-alcoholic? Because if you can, you could actually make a non-alcoholic Baileys then, couldn't you? But the first time we made it, we were blown away, and we were having massive glasses with just a few chunks of ice in, and it was gorgeous. It was, honestly, it was so good. We used to have a bit of a tradition, you see. Jason, Stewart and I, either the week before Christmas or the week in between Christmas and New Year, we'd have a night where Stewart would come down, we'd have a load of food, we'd get blitzed on sherry, usually. And then one year I made the Baileys and we got blitzed on the Baileys and it was wonderful. Yes, Helen, did you answer me? I didn't actually see, my darling. Did you answer me? Is it your Facebook page? Is it your Facebook page? Where I link to for the HHI design. Yes, and Instagram. Thank you, darling. That's all I needed. Right, done now. Well done, Leanne. However you can. I know. That's what it is, isn't it? Lockdown boobs. I mean, Gemini loves them. Don't get me wrong. She's like, don't you dare lose a pound from them. Lose it from your belly by all means, but don't you lose anything from... She's not keen on this yet either. You know, it's my face. Do you know where I lose weight first? It's ridiculous. My fingers. That's how I know my rings go looser. Always my fingers first. I'm like, I don't want to lose weight off my fingers. My belly, please. I've got one of those things as well, and they do work because I've used them for many, many years. It's like a pull-on it's like a pull-on exercise belt that just kind of covers your stomach and it makes it really, really hot and sweaty. It's really good to put on while you're doing sit-ups and then for about half an hour after. And I should probably start doing that again. Do they work? Does what work? The belt, the pull-on belts. Yeah, but you've got to do sit-ups with them. You can't just put them on. Oh, well, hell no, Kitty. Welcome, honey. Welcome, Lindsay. I'm glad you found us. Stick around. There's a lot more to come. There's the rub right there, Stacey. Exactly the same. I've been eating too much stuff. Like I say, I don't like these. I don't want these. I want these firmer and flatter. But Gemini's like, no, leave them. Although she's not worn boobs for the last few shows she's done. She's never done that in her life, ever, ever, ever. 37 years she's been around, that woman. 38, actually. No. 38 years she's been around. She has never, ever appeared in public or on film without boobs, apart from the last 3 episodes of Ladies of Lockdown. That's how lockdown's affecting her. Golden boy. I wish I hadn't been drinking when I read that then. But have you ever made any little sherry trifle individual desserts or pots? No, Helen, we haven't. However, I've been thinking about something like that because you know the little pots that you get the cheesecakes in. I've got loads of them. So I want to, because I've heard you can make little chocolate mousses as well out of tofu. I need to do a bit more research about this because I don't ever like to go into anything blind. But I would love to make some little trifle pots. That'd be so gorgeous. And now I know you can get vegan jelly. I know you can get vegan custard, but isn't it a bit thin, Alpro? And how would you thicken it up? Or would you just use, is bird's custard powder still vegan? And would a bit of agar-agar or xanthan gum work all right as the thickening agent to make it more of a kind of solid trifle like consistency. I know we can get spray cream, so that's no problem. And I think that would be the only difference between a standard and, unless I got the Flora whipping cream, the only difference between a vegan mini trifle and a non-vegan one would be that you would put the cream on just before eating. Bird's custard powder. Yeah, I thought it was. Alpro do. Well, I know Alpro do a custard. Is it? Do you mean you can just whip up the one that they do in the carton, or this is to you, Marcus? Or do you mean they do a specific one, a whipping custard, Alpro? And if so, where'd you get that? I've not seen that. Oh, shop bought donuts in the jelly. That actually sounds really nice. Don't it? Instead of sponge. Because I don't know if you can get them sponge. Rare moment. 81 watching, 81 likes. Thank you so much. Right, I'll have a look anyway. I'm going to have a look around because I do love a trifle. Yes, Big Money V. I've heard about. In fact, I've seen the avocado chocolate. I've not been we've not been eating a lot of sweet things, funnily enough, apart from the chocolate fingers. And I did buy a Mr. Kipling's treacle tart recently when I saw it in Sainsbury's, because they've not had it in for months. And then suddenly around bonfire night, they had it in again. And I was like, oh yeah, is this why? Because it's bonfire night. And I tell you what, I can't get my hands on, and it's really bothering me. The caramelised onion gravy Bisto Best that I've been a fan of for all these years. Can't find it. Can just find Bisto Best onion, but not caramelised onion. I'm devastated because it's the best gravy in the land. Oh, of course, Elm Lee do the double. Does it stay though, Golden Boy? Does it? You know, like if you put it on a trifle and you put it in the fridge, would it stay firm like a cream? It's the Oatly custard that's whippable. Just check, nice one, and that would be in the fresh bit. What, probably with the yogurts and stuff, wouldn't it? I'll have a look. I'll check that. Bye, Michael. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Take care of yourself, good sir. Yeah, Mr. Kipling's treacle tart is vegan, and it goes incredibly well with our pro custard. Oh, do you know what else it goes incredibly well with though? Not too sweet vanilla ice cream. So like Swedish glacé. Beautiful. Warm treacle tart ice cream. Oh, delicious. Completely delicious. Yeah, but JJ, would that leave a real coconut flavour in it? Because I wouldn't want it to, well, I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but Jason's not mad on things that taste like coconut, which is weird because we drink coconut milk, which just shows you it doesn't taste like coconut. So, yeah. Oh, now, actually, Femi, don't quote me on this because I haven't checked the vegan, but Just Roll, their standard pastries, you know, ready-made, short crust and puff, are vegan, suitable for vegans, and they also do a gluten-free. So check that box. I can't see it not being suitable for vegans if their standards are. Just Roll. Just Roll. JUS-ROL. Just Roll. Available in most supermarkets. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the gluten-free pastry that they do, ready-made, is in a purple and white box. I'm sure it's purple and white. But I'm not sure if it's vegan. So you'll have to check that. Right, my loves. 1.5 hours. It's 4:30. I'm going to bring this to an end. It's been bloody lovely chatting to you all again. Well, just finally, does anybody have any questions before I go? Oh, that sounds interesting, Mandy. Go 666 recon, absolutely. Yes. A vaccine. A lot of vegans do take medicines that have been tested on animals because they have no choice, because there isn't an alternative. Although many vegans will ask when they are told that they need to take a medicine, they will ask if there's a vegan version. It's one of the, we have to let that go. Which is why in the definition of veganism it says avoid use or abuse of animal products as far as is practicable and possible. If somebody offers you a medicine that will save your life, you take the medicine. And hopefully we'll get to a point in life where where all medicines aren't tested on animals, which is ludicrous really, because a rabbit's system is completely different to mine. You know, anyway. Haven't even had a wee yet. Hey, bless you, Helen. You are funny. Gem Girly Girl, I think it's Heartless. Vegan Jellies UK. Have a look. Oh, there's quite a lot actually. I was just looking online. Yeah, type it into Google. Yeah, type it into Google. Vegan jelly, and you'll apparently there's some of Tesco's on. A lot of the powders are, so yeah. The Bronx. Oh, thanks for coming on, Big Money V. Good talking to you too, buddy. Take care. Never mind thanking me from the stream and chat. Thanks for bloody coming and paying attention and having a laugh with me. Oh, bless you all so much. It's been lovely spending time with you all too. Thank you very much, everybody. Don't forget, Google can be absolutely amazing, but the Vegan Society, Vegan Womble for vegan products, Barnivore for vegan alcohol. There's a lot of fantastic websites out there. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. See you on Saturday night, 8:30, for the Indian food mukbang. Lots of love.